folks, Predatory Lender here, and we're here for One Day on Earth. Now today is kind of a little special day. It's 11/11/11, and this is the second year that I'm doing One Day on Earth. Now I'm just going to give you a little quick sneak peek look at behind the scenes of the Predatory Lender. Hey folks, Brian McKeon here. Now I'll be giving you a sneak peek look at the average day of Brian McKeon, aka stock trader or S&P options trader, and also does a little news show, The Predatory Lender. And I'll be doing that for One Day on Earth, which is the second year I'm making stuff to be in their documentary. So you can see here that I have a couple computers set up, one with some charts, Telechart 2000, and over there I have my streaming option quotes provided to me through Scottrade. Then up here you'll see the television for CNBC going, and I'm pretty much just looking at this stuff all day. So I'm going to give you a little close-up of all that. So essentially you'll see what's going on here. You'll see CNBC going. You'll see that this is a very good day today. We're up about 200 points. See, there it is, up 270 on the Dow. So it's a good day for us. You can see my stock charts. You'll see a chart of the S&P 500 here. Then here's the interesting thing here. You'll see some S&P option quotes. So here you can see my S&P option screen. You can see all the positions I have in S&P options. You know, it's a good day for me. Now essentially what I'll do is typically around 7 o'clock Los Angeles time, the New York Stock Exchange comes out with some sort of economic data, and the market moves either up or down around that time. So today you had some economic data come out at 7 o'clock, so there'd be that'd be 10 o'clock New York time, and we had a little bop up. So typically I'll get in around 7 o'clock, and 10 to 15 minutes later, you know, I'll get out. I can make anywhere from 5, 10, 20%. So let's say with a $10,000 account, you can see that you can make, you know, $48 here. You know, you could make about $800 to $1,000 a week on a $10,000 account. So about 8 to 10% a week doing that. Something happened today, so I can't trade. So well, that's probably not worth explaining to this audience. So you can see with a $10,000 account, this is what I'm risking for the week. This is what I'm making at the end of the week. So I'll come out with a profit of $860 with a $10,000 account. And you say, $10,000? How can you be a trader? You know, because the pattern day trader rule is $25,000. Well, if you're trading options, you're not buying and selling the same thing, because I'm creating spreads. So this is a way to trade options and get around the pattern day trading rule. So now I've talked to Robert Kiyosaki's you know, trader. His wife is friends with another woman that does a lot of trading for him, and she only has a $15,000 account, and she's making, you know, $50,000 to $100,000 a year, you know, trading a few hours a day. And that's essentially what I'm doing with about a $14,000 account. Well, actually about a $10,000 to $14,000 account. So roughly $10,000 to $14,000, you can make $1,000 a week. Okay, and like I said, here's the play for today. Another thing I do is I participate in the CNBC $1 Million Portfolio Challenge. Now, typically first thing I do before 7 o'clock, sometime between 6:30 and 7, is I'll answer all the bonus questions on CNBC's contest. You can see I got that one right, that one right, that one right. So I got all the questions right there. And how I'm currently doing in the contest. Now currently how I'm doing in the contest, you can see that I rank in the 94.48 percentile. So basically I'm in the top 5 or 6% of all the people competing in the contest. Let's see, you can see now everyone has 5 portfolios, so you can see that I'm ranked 3,000 let's see, I'm ranked 3,000, geez, 3,000, 36,878th. So there's a whole lot of people in this thing. And there's my portfolio value. The contest shut down earlier in the last week or so because people were cheating on it, and at that time I was up in around the top 3 or 4%, so I was a couple percentage points better. You know, I was in the I was doing better. So essentially that's what I do. I essentially trade, sound like I'm rambling a bit, but I trade S&P options all day, roughly a $10,000 account, making about $1,000 a week. So why did I start the predatory lender? Well, the interesting thing was, I'm a stock trader. Started in the late 90s, got advantage of all the tech bubble and bust, and 9/11 happens, so I go out and join the army, do the whole patriotic thing. They're attacking the Wall Street community, so I joined the army, become a sergeant in the army. You can see my unit patch here, you can see some of my combat medals here, and got my little airborne patch. So that's my time in Iraq. Today's Veterans Day, so I guess this is my little salute to some of my friends at my old unit. While I was in the hospital, after coming back from Iraq, I was looking at the TV and they said the #1 Halloween costume for 2008 was the predatory lender. So I basically got this getup and became the predatory lender TV show. Started that about 2-3 years ago, around Halloween of 2008, and I've been doing a show about economic issues, with an intergalactic flair to it. I do a lot of things for the World Economic Forum. I was in a couple articles on their website and stuff like that. I'm currently editing some videos and stuff for them about unemployment, the G20, ask a leader type questions like that. But it's like, as a stock trader, it's like, hey, you got all this money, what are you doing to give back to society? So essentially the predatory lender is kind of a funny, fun way to teach people about finance. It is a bit of a challenge for me at this time. Currently, I can shoot a lot of footage, but I can't always edit it in the quality that I would like to. So all the raw footage is up there, but I don't always have the opportunity to edit it the way I like. So hopefully with the popularity from this movie, I'll be able to, afford an editor and stop editing it myself. So later today I'll be shooting basically an alien space newscast for you guys about all the things that are going on throughout the galaxy, on the financial markets today. Here we are coming up on the close of European trading. Now it's typically a big time for me. I do a lot of trading pretty much between the opening at 6:30 California time and the close of trading of Europe around 8:30 California time. So that's pretty much most of my day in those first 2 hours. Now, like I said, you typically have a move at 7 o'clock. Like I said, it's the European close. Today is a good day, so I'll explain to you what I typically do in the mornings. Now, a typical trading day for me is being in California, roughly around 7 o'clock California time. The government usually comes out with some sort of economic data, and there's typically some sort of move around the 7 o'clock hour California time. Today we had some positive data and the market moved up roughly around 7 o'clock. So this little move here, I would typically trade, and that would make me, let's see, trading that Monday, it made me around 2%, 1 to 2%. Let's see, on Wednesday it made me about 38%. Okay, so that's normally the type of moves you can make on that. Now, one of the upsides and downsides with options is you cap your upside, and they can call options away from you ahead of time. So that's what happened to me today. That's why you'll see some of these negative balances and stuff like that. So they exercised an option on me at the beginning of the day and not the closing of the day. That's why you see some unusual numbers. So that's keeping me from trading today. So at the end of the week, I only make $860 instead of $1,000 because this yellow one right here got exercised with that, on the beginning of the day instead of the closing. So I was on it, created a little margin issue. Those of you who understand stocks and options understand what I'm talking about. So essentially I had a spread trade and they took one of the legs earlier than expected, so it pretty much tied me up all my buying power. So typically what happens is we have our 7 o'clock move. Around 8 o'clock we have a run up or run down into the European close of the European markets. So let's see what's going on. So roughly between 8 and 8:30 we have a move. So see 7, 8. So roughly this move right here, there's usually some sort of up or down move. Today was more less flat, but that's another move that I'll normally play between 8 and 8:30. I can make another 5 to 30%. And then also around 11 o'clock you'll get a move between 10:30 and 11 o'clock California time. There's a move which can make you another 5, 10, 20% on it. I don't always play that one. I'm typically like to be done by 9 o'clock California time. So a typical work day is between 6:30 and 9 trading. Okay, so that's basically what I do. Probably today around 11 o'clock I'll just be making films for One Day on Earth.